Okay, so when we're looking at the cards, I guess I have to explain what your dragon is, a bit about your chart. So, you having a natal in Sagittarius, what does that mean? It means that you have those stars to be a great teacher. You travel the globe around. You use your inner knowledge of philosophies, the philosopher with great love of animals, um, lucky in gambling and with foreigners, and the real truth seeker, independent, courageous, and great people with your stars do great works with in publishing. So, in regards to publishing books or publishing the work online, whether it's on video or however you do it, right? Sagittarius is the one that it promotes it wants to travel high and low and look for spiritual truths and represent that. With your planets, you're very Capricorn like, so it means that you're very rational. So things need to be explained to you. And it's not that you're slow in learning; it's just you're structured in thinking. So when we look at the dragon, there's a head and tail. So the area where you have good luck in the world, and how you make money, you have a positive head in Sagittarius. So um, being that philosopher, being that teacher, traveling, meeting foreigners, even working in foreign lands, right? Or the negative tail in Gemini. So having a negative tail in Gemini um, would mean, in your case, because it's in house 8. Um, it's the liar, the one that's confused and they don't trust no one, and they avoid any and all direct, honest communication, and they talk too much, they don't listen. Um, the jack of all trades, they steal, and decisive. So I'm not saying that that's you. I'm just saying that would be the degenerate way of repping your stars. When we talk about the dragon, in your case, you have an ascendant. So an ascendant in the sign of Scorpio. So you're born in November. You're that sign of life and death, metaphysics, and like I said, you had that subconscious fear in Libra. So like the law, not knowing the laws. The astrology that I practice all about the laws, the celestial laws in the heavens, like there is the laws on Earth. So um, not having a husband, a wife, partnerships, finding the right laws, finding the right education, finding the right deals, contracts. Those would be the subconscious fears that you would have being born November, and you're Pluto and Scorpio generation, and it's a generation where people have obsessions and resentment and in regards to many things, but you need to regenerate um, with research, psychic powers, investigations, corporate endeavors, and like I said, you had a Taurus moon. That moon is all about money and becoming rich and dying rich with that moon. Um, Again, I'm not going to be going through your whole chart with you, but I'm trying to explain what your birth stars mean. Um, so having a negative tail in Gemini would be, you need to be aware of being on the highway that you don't crash, and because it's Gemini represents moving parts. So people that are not aware or drink and drive and that, or they end up dying with that tail, or going to jail. So you need to rep that Sagittarius head properly, right? So in your case, when I look at your home area, since we're on the topic, you have the Great Malefic in the sign of Aquarius. What does that mean? Well, when we look in the 12 houses, which means the 12 aspects of your life, the fourth house being the home area, um, Saturn in Saturn Aquarius means it's the best position for Saturn, really. Most because structuring power of Saturn is the sign of Aquarius, or the 11th house of wishes and friends. And it brings older friends or difficult friends, but in some ways it will structure wishes. So you communicating with foreigners, such as myself, through astrology, can only grant your wishes, and knowing how to work with the moon, and whether you're purchasing tickets to fly. You don't want to do. Well, you don't want to buy tickets when the moon is waning. It's, nothing but bad luck. So on the negative side, when you have the Great Malefic, if you look at your chart, it's in the home area. Um, some people find themselves with little or no friends, and or fear of groups, and so a lot of people need to learn that some people need to be part of progressive groups, and um, the right groups. And the advanced New Age energy groups are it's like a universal brotherhood, the ones that represent the mental power and psychic energy, and it's all about that structuring, the engineering, the geniuses, the astronauts, the pilots, and the inventors who are born with Saturn and Aquarius. So these individuals, masters are in high tech and make for great astrologers and astropsychologists. Saturn Aquarius is the world of the incredible UFO phenomenon and produces great writers and precise researchers, and some people are really good in front of the cameras with technology, right? So you having a Gemini tail, you do well with photography and recordings, right? So let's talk about what the planet, the cards say. I wanted to go and talk about your moon quickly. So having your Mars in the sign of Cancer. So what does that mean? So Mars is your drive principle, and in your case, you have it in your philosophy. So it's in the sign of Cancer, according to your stars. What does this mean? It means basically the red planet of war in the family sign of Cancer. The sign rules food, home, and security. The strong desire to make and own a house will affect those born with Mars in Cancer. And many have in their hearts and minds their perfect house plan and design, and they strive to improve their value of their home, and with it, danger to hurt oneself with sharp instruments or dangerous tools is there. And those born with the Mars placement must learn about the moon fluctuations, and whether you're looking for places or buying real estate, looking at the moon, where the moon is, can benefit you greatly. Whether you're trying to get deals or being successful in your endeavors, looking at the moon and doing it when the moon is not waning. Like I said, I make many examples. Like the Titanic was launched when the moon was waning; it went down. To give an example. So Cancer rules the stomach, and in the medical aspect of the work, don't eat when you're upset or sad, because you'll develop ulcers, and it causes like stress. And Mars in the sign of Cancer will induce interest in the professions involving the home, restaurants, hotels, real estate, clothing, and general security. And we'll talk about the moon. So that'll be part of your drive principle and your philosophy. Those things will be very important to you. Obviously, now that you're looking for a new place, because you're saying that Toronto's expensive now, having your Mercury in a sign of Scorpio, that's the investigator, that's the intuitive one, the sensitive one, and it's the best position for investigators. Scorpio rules of science, research, medicine, metaphysics, corporate endeavors, investments, insurance, sex, and the police force. Scorpio rules ultimate power. So the mind is much like a radar device in this placement. Mercury in Scorpio constantly investigates. In your case, you make money with that moon in Sagittarius, and we're going to get to that. And your sun sign is there too. And it's how by cosmic design you make money and you're lucky in those areas. And then we'll get to the cards, and then we'll log out and just talk about your moon. Having a Taurus moon in your second house of money means this is by cosmic design how you are blessed by the universe to make money, and what your moon represents. And ultimately, the moon represents, in a sense, your feeding principle. So you'll have a drive to feed the world with that moon, and I'll explain once I explain what that means. So having a Taurus moon, feminine, it's a feminine earth sign moon. Domestic, solid, strong, steady, and dignified. The soul attracts beauty into the home. The lunar position demands a strong sense of security, induces patience and domesticity. This moon location is exalted and will ensure a beautiful home during the course of their subject's life. If Venus love resides in Taurus or in the fourth house home, in need for the beauty and the purchase of expensive ornaments. So stuff like candlelight, soft music, and good food are found in the homes of these born with Moon in Taurus. Solid and security-oriented Moon in Taurus people must guard against their jealousy, stubbornness, and their upbringing can either be experienced in a wealthy or destitute environment. And according to the location of the dragon's tail and its accompanying karma, um, these souls sooner or later will establish a solid and secure base of operation regardless of their stars. Children born with this moon position must be taught with money is not all that they need. And but many of these people, Moon and Taurus, will spend the last days in the existing surrounding with comfort and luxury. So it's a moon that just you're made to make money and inherit money and just die rich with that moon. So we'll go into the cards and what they mean. First house, again, you have your ascendant in Scorpio. When we look at your stars, this is the first house means your soul's purpose, house, your outward appearance, um, your karmic fate. Having your Mercury in the sign of Scorpio would only it'd make you very rational, very scientific, all about research, but ultimately, it's repping that Mercury right, and aligning yourself with your planets, meaning that how to get rid of the bad luck, how to make money according to your stars. So you need to rep your Leo correctly, because ultimately you're Leo in house 10, meaning that you're famous, and in the end you're famous and known to rep, help the world, children, all about love, all about romance, all about being famous, and being in the limelight. So you have your philosophy in Leo when we do your natal, and ultimately this was your January card. It's a Leo card. So this year will be maturing your Leo, your lion. So there'll be new partnerships coming, and it's all about that Leo. We'll get into more in the soul's purpose house because we got that's more of an in depth. I'm just trying to give you the roundup. So the year of 2022 is we'll be targeting your Leo. Your second house of money. This is your February card. This is where your moon is. And this is a Virgo card. And it's a lover's card. So the card tells me is that you're gonna have sometimes you're gonna be playing Cupid, matching people, but second house of money is that you make money with your partners. So if you haven't made money with your partners, it's because you're lacking or your partner's lacking. But this card tells me that you're destined to be in charge of not only your financial endeavors completely. Kind of like tells me that you won't let no one tell you what to do in business wise. You need to partner yourself up with the right partner and repping those stars. And it's those hard times where everyone's rebirthing, right? So January, February, March. This is last month's, and that's the World card. So it's telling me that you're heading into a new world, a new time. We all are. March was like a turning point, in a sense. A lot of people are depressed and forced to rebirth. And we have the April card. This is the area where, in the home area, you'll have your, sorry, in the home area, you're forced to move. And like I was right, you're actually looking for a place to move. And the chariot is tells me that you have to make a decision. You're at a crossroads. And if you need to move, I suggest that you do so and do it right now when the moon is positive and keep searching, right? Because it's telling me that you're faced with decisions. You're at a crossroads. Change. This is where the area of your black moon. So you have a black moon in the sign of Pisces. Um, it's the area where you will partner up with Pisces. An area of partners, how you make money, love, children. I'm not too sure if your boyfriend was from the Middle East or Iran or whatever, but Pisces is sometimes comes off religious and it rules over the Middle East. So you'll partner up with those people that are Pisces. So psychics alike. I happen to be Pisces in house 8. So that's my metaphysical house, my sex house, how I make money with my partners. That's probably why we talk. So I'm here to teach you or show you that astrology sometimes depicts real life things. And that's what I do. I predict things. So beware that there will be a chance for you to shine in that area. With Leo. So January, February, March, April, May. It's the May card. So expect the connection. And June card. And your house 6 card. And your Aries area. You'll be put in a position of power. Meaning that you're going to have support coming in. Help. And I'm not too sure if your how work is going, but it's telling me that not only is money to be introduced, but new partnerships, new secrets. Again, in your partnership area, you partner up with Taurus, and it's all about the moon. If you want to get rid of the bad luck, when buying a vehicle, when buying plane tickets, when opening a business, when investing, you need to look at the moon. And that's what this moon card means. You need to be aware of the moon. So you'll see the animals all looking at the moon. And this is what I do. Some people call it witchcraft or witchy, but it's not. It's astrology. I kind of decipher the subtle messages in astrology, and I mastered interpreting the moon because the moon governs over our emotions, and it's the area where once you learn how to work with the moon, you won't be so depressed. You won't be filled with so much luck. I mean, bad luck. And these people that know how to work with the moon is the type of people that you would make money with or partner up with. So we got some change. This card also means change coming for you. Partnership area. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So this is your Scorpio card. Ultimately, it's January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. This is your summer card. So new developments, new news coming to you. Good news. New developments. Could mean many things. new business, new partnerships. Angel depicts people rebirthing people, and it could be a new love or a new partner or family, right? So you got kids here. Maybe you get pregnant, but ultimately this is the one that where there'll be a judgment on you, where your Libra will be coming to light. So you'll be rebirthing by January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. By summertime, um, it's a good card. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So your ninth card, Wheel of Fortune card, tells me that there's a big change coming, and it's the four corner card, meaning that um, it's it's a good card because it's in your house nine. You're gonna be. It's a good card, meaning that it's gonna be giving you way to improve your life. Um, being in the ninth house means how your philosophy, who you attract, your work. Um, things are gonna get better for you. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. September. 10th card, Aquarius card. You need to be all about that. You're a Leo in the career area, and the star means um, it's there where you get to explore and travel and learn from other cultures, and then you can help children and feed and be that Aquarius, to rep that Leo, because ultimately Leo is the artist, the creator, where you're successful, what you're famous for, and it's obviously through education with your stars. So expect not necessarily promotion, but expect um, it's a good card. Um, it's telling me that you're going to be coming into some really good luck. It's 11, Chris. You learn more about this moon, more about astrology, because you have those stars where you're kind of psychic. Okay, the Gemini card. How to make money, and like you said, doing an OnlyFans page, doing whatever it is, or doing a business online, whatever it is, you launch those projects on a new moon and do it with confidence, because you have the stars on your side. And the last card, in your subconscious house, like I said, you have that fear of not having that balance, not having that partnership, not having the best of the best, or reaching that education, or you're going to be rebirthing a year from now, and you need to arm yourself with the awareness of the moon. So it's the Fool card. And we can maybe talk about more how the benefit um, with money and real estate, or however whatever problems, by just asking me when to do it, or is it what kind of things would bring bad luck and break this bad luck that you have, by simply looking at the moon, where it is and what sign it is, because every 3 days it switches signs, the moon, and it really matters, and what sign it is, and whether it's negative or positive. So we can talk more about that. I blabbed on for 25 minutes. So being in your subconscious house, the area of Jupiter, you're going to be rebirthing in your knowledge, and I'm going to be part of that, expanding your knowledge. And once you learn Libra, how by looking at the moon can only benefit our personal life and love life or business, you rebirth correctly, and by design you start making money, and everything starts looking up for you instead of bad luck and everything breaking, cars breaking, plates breaking, relationships breaking and falling apart and having no one. It's better to use your intuition and work with the planets that we all are bound to. You have those stars where you're very lucky in foreign land and exploring and talking to foreign people and learning. So I've labbed, and I'm going to end it here.